Hello, and welcome to the BeamVVRC Vanilla Vehicle Rally Challenge. Now, before I begin, this is my first attempt at doing a voiceover for a video, and I am recovering from a cold, so I hope that you can forgive me for any audio quality issues. This is also the first time I've had to write a script for anything really, so here goes. So, what is the Vanilla Vehicle Rally Challenge? Well, it's a self-imposed challenge where I attempt to set times in every single vanilla in-game vehicle configuration across all 28 rally stages of Track Brosif's Rally Italia mod, which you can find in the description of all of my videos or by searching project BeamNG.rally in the repo. I initially started this purely as wouldn't it be fun if, but after learning about Steam's inbuilt screen recorder, I thought it might be cool to document my progress. Before that first video over a year ago though, I had already completed around 270 runs on stage 1, and now, over 650 videos later, stage 2 is finally in sight. The way I record and complete my runs has evolved over time, just like the game itself. I started using the Steam screen recorder, moved to NVIDIA Shadowplay, and now use OBS, with this being my first ever edited video, for which I'm using DaVinci Resolve. The first few hundred videos were just start, drive, finish, but I began to switch things up by doing a 360 spin at the start line to show off the vehicle, beat the horn, rev the engine, give the vehicle a bit more of sort of information, I suppose you could say. One thing remains the same though, unless I massively balls up a run, each config gets one attempt and that's it. On average, I'd say 19 in every 20 attempts I do are one and done, and I like to think it's a bit more quote-unquote realistic to a real rally. If a vehicle crashes and takes damage, it can still limp to the finish. I eventually started making my own thumbnails, which, believe it or not, actually tanked my already small viewer engagement. But I like the uniformity of them, and it gives the video a cleaner look in the sidebar. I'm hoping to have a bit more variation in the thumbnails for stage 2 though, so don't worry. I've seen the comments on Discord, and I do agree it is rather samey. When I started this channel in 2024, BeamNG.drive had 880 vehicle configurations. This is excluding things like trailers, but does include drivable props like the cannon. Sadly, I had already set a time in stage 1 before creating these videos, so you'll just have to wait for stage 2 to see that make an attempt. That number has increased as of December 2025 to 945 after updates overhauled the T-Series, added the Brackle 9, refreshes to the Burnside and the Miramar, and of course the latest update 0.38, which added the Hirochi HT55 haul truck and the WL40 wheel loader, which you can see are playing in the background now. Now you can also see from this sped up footage they are slow, hard to manoeuvre, and way too big for these tiny Italian streets. But, as I said, I am going to rally every single config, and that's what I intend to do. In fact, just recording all of these took well over 2 hours, so yes, I've had to condense them quite a bit to fit in this video. I'd like to give a huge thank you to the mod creator Track Brosif. Project BeamNG.rally isn't Track's point of focus, however. They're working on mods such as a Rallycross pack and the Zeros Parklands, a huge and highly detailed map which I recommend you check out. Now, with the changes to the Italy map and the 15 new configs in the last update, all the dirt textures had turned to the bright orange no texture, and I discovered that the start gantry was actually too low to fit both the haul truck and the wheel loader beneath them. Despite this mod no longer being actively worked on, Track has been sending me early fixes to keep the stages coming, and I can't thank them enough for it, even working to help me get this video out for you all by Christmas. You'll see in the footage that the vehicles now just pass straight through the gantry. I know it's not ideal, but in the time that we had, it was the best solution, and I'm more than happy with it. The gantry only features on a small number of the 28 stages. I only believe it's like a quarter of them, so we won't have to worry about that in the future, because it's going to take a long time to get to that point. But I digress. Please go check out Track's channel, Discord and repo page, all of which are linked below. They're a fantastic creator who deserves more of a following, and I hope you do such. Now, I mentioned that this is going to take some time, and I wasn't lying. In the game's current state, I'm going to have to drive the 28 rally stages a grand total of 26,460 times, which even I'll admit is pretty ridiculous. And that number is only going to increase as the game receives more updates, which I truly hope it does. With my current upload schedule of 2 runs a day, that means I'm going to be doing this for another 35 years. Now, I might finish this, I might not. Right now, this is purely and simply a hobby. Yes, I'll admit, it's a strange hobby, but hey, if it makes you happy and doesn't hurt anyone, then fill your boots. One of the most commonly asked questions I get is, how do you choose what to drive? And the short answer is, I don't. The long answer is, a random number generator on a spreadsheet chooses for me. Over the years, I've painstakingly built up a database with every vehicle and configuration along with the details of said config. I'll do one on unscripted now to, give you the details. So the random number generator has picked 847, which is the Ibishu Mark II Pessima, specifically the automatic version of the 2.7 LX V6. And straight off the bat, I can tell you, it's got a 4-speed automatic. It's front-wheel drive, front-engined, petrol, naturally aspirated, a 2.6 litre V6, 2.7 litre V6, with 174 horsepower, 180 foot-pounds of torque. It weighs 1,420 kilos, which means it has a horsepower per tonne of 123, foot-pounds per tonne of 127. It has 64 horsepower per litre, 29 horsepower per cylinder. It's a sort of trim level factory model, and it completed stage 1 in a time of 2 minutes 34.518. Another example is what you see on screen right now, the Hirochi WL40 lift arms with block forks brackets heavy duty. Rolls right off the tongue, that. It's a semi-auto 4-speed, all-wheel drive, rear-engined. That engine is a 18 litre V8 turbo diesel with 530 brake horsepower, 1,713 foot-pounds of torque, and weighs over 56 tonnes. What to expect for the future? Well, now until January 5th, you'll see the final runs of Stage 1. Straight after, we'll be going straight into Stage 2, which I'm very excited for. As much as I've enjoyed Stage 1, doing it over 900 times, that's got a little old for me. I'd like to do the Stage 1 results roundup video at some point, but with it being the festive period, I don't know when I'll be able to. It's likely the end of January, beginning of February. I don't want to make any promises either, but I do want to improve the quality of my videos further. I do have plans for vehicle quote-unquote stat block to appear on the screen when I do the intro 360, containing config details, maybe even the in-game description, as some of those could be quite amusing. Again, if those come, it will be a good few runs into Stage 2. I've also made one of those big random generator wheels, which I think might be quite interesting to have recorded and at the beginning of my videos, just to have a bit more openness to the randomness of my uploads and which config is coming next. For my non-English speaking viewers who are using captions, don't worry, voiceover videos will not be the norm. I don't plan on recording myself for every video going forward, and quite honestly I don't have the time. I'm only doing this for a special occasion such as today. Right, well, I think that's enough of me waffling on. I'd just like to end off by thanking you all for watching my videos and subscribing. This is a passion project that I don't plan on ending yet, and your support, however small, means a lot. Thank you, and enjoy this final run of the video in all its glory, the Hirochi HT55 J-Tone.